Moldova is Europe's poorest country in economic terms, recording even less investment and GDP per capita than, for example, neighboring Ukraine or Belarus. 1/3 of Moldovans have left the country since the Russian financial crisis of '98. At that time, 60% of the Moldovan exports depended on the Russian market. But now it's exports to the EU that dominate, while exports to Russia account for less than 10% of the total. Moldova also depends on the EU for money sent home by expatriates.
With the deep and comprehensive free trade area that is part of the association agreement, Moldovan exports to the European Union increased, and today they reach around 2/3 of all exports.
Our people, our immigrants now most of them is in European Union, in Western country. We have the immigrants in Russian, but it is more poor people from rural area. Why? Because it's very easy to go in Russian, and usually they go in Russian for short term. For long term, the people go in European Union. The amount of money which immigrants send to home is higher than our exports. And Moldova survive because of these immigrants. And European Union have three major impact in Moldova. Exports, support of our budget, and immigrants which make money and send this money at home.
The EU ambassador in Moldova is very proud to showcase the brand new information center in Chișinău, where we learn of EU investments in agriculture, cultural heritage, civil society, and of course various important reforms, especially on fighting corruption and installing the supremacy of the rule of law.
Democratic standards, including standards of the electoral process, are important part of the values on which we agreed in our association agreement. They are also important part of our conditionality.
The EU had an even greater role for the country's economy from 2012 to 2014, known as the Golden Age of Moldova, with grants in infrastructure projects totaling around 3% of the country's GDP. But a system bank fraud known as the laundromat affair of 1 billion euros has put a brake to that. No one has been found guilty yet, and no money has been found yet. Widespread corruption and an ensuing non-functional judicial system is one of the main reasons why foreign investors avoid Moldova. And as some different last surveys suggest, when people are asked here where do they see the future of their kids, 70% of them reply outside of the country. Ernest Bunguri for Euronews, Chișinău.